When you find yourself feeling more vulnerable or sensitive or fatigued, because it's really important to remember when you're tired, you have a more fragile mind, and it's your job to take care of that. Look at yourself as a child. We all have an inner child, and at certain times it calls upon us to be more mindful of that. Be more mindful that we're ready to react more intensely or more quickly, or we may not have the same tolerance when we are tired or when we're feeling that our energy has been triggered. So it's important to not only limit the amount of these projections on a daily basis, limit your scrolling time, limit the time that you spend talking about negative things, gossip, comparison, but also looking at ways in which you can be mindful of the joys that you have in life and the opportunities. And I think conversation is such an important factor to consider. I remember when I went through times in my life where I really felt like a lot was going wrong for me. I felt that my health was just so difficult, and that I had gone through many experiences that felt unfair and felt unjustified. And when I carried that around with me, and each time I had some integration with other individuals, if I centred the talk around these points, it of course would cause a domino effect on what they chose to share back with me. And it is true that you can find unity and you can find support in those that are going through similar, and others can find ways in which to make you feel better. Of course, there is a time and place for that. But I found that if each interaction centred around talking about our problems, then our vibration is consistently being lowered into that zone of feeling helpless, feeling vulnerable, and feeling victim. And I think it's so important that if we reach out and we chat about some of the intentions that we'd like to set, some of the things that we'd like to have thrive more in our lives, we'll find that many of these people then can open up with opportunity for us. They may know of something that you don't. They may have connections. They may be able to stimulate some creativity or a new idea or something that could actually change the course of your entire life. And it's important to remember this. I found that once I started talking more about my dreams, my ambitions, and even just finding contentment in small things, I ended up having much more authentic connections, and in turn that raised the frequency of my life.